To go live. It says we're live.
Yay. The best
I
way to be,
always
right?
check in. Totally. I also watch this on my. Oh, yeah. I see us.
Oh, you watch it too, huh?
Of course.
I feel
Hi,
like that would throw
everyone.
me off.
Wow. Oh,
Very
Connie.
narcissistic of you.
Connie. Oh, my gosh. Connie B is here. And she's saying hello to both of us.
Oh, hi.
I thought it was going to be like maybe no one because of the hearing, Connie, but I'm glad you took a little moment to say hello. And hello to everybody else.
Yeah, we're much more interesting than the hearing.
We can be like the commercial break. Just pop in, spread the word,
We'll be here.
The Kimberly Britton. Do you recognize that name, Stopher?
I don't, but I invited a lot of people.
Okay. Kimberly, nice to see you.
Billy, my friend
Thank you for
Billy.
being
All
here.
right. Hey, Billy.
Billy Boys Tarot. Very
Yeah,
nice.
that's
Lovely
my buddy.
M. I've seen you before. Rhymy Stokes.
Hi, Monica.
And Monica and JJ. Is anyone seeing this video? Hopefully it's working now.
Lisa.
Lisa Foster and Samantha DeVito. Do
Do
you know Connie B?
I feel like you guys possibly.
Know each other.
So I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of these folks. I'm so glad everybody showed up to support us.
Very nice. Very nice. Michelle, thank you for being here. Sup. S-U-P.
Sup, that's got to be one of my folks.
Yes. Oh, and Melody. Nice to see you again. I think you're in Australia, if I remember correctly. And Nivra and Jean.
Oh, and then Jennifer, yeah, it's JJ. So she comes to my practice circle on Wednesdays.
Oh, okay. Did I fill in, or was I there one time? Or
no, you came in. I was doing like a little mentorship with 3 or 4 girls. So you came in and sat.
Right.
And I appreciate that, by the way.
Of course. I'm just going to make a few people moderators that are not that I'm familiar with, just in case any weirdos come in. Samantha DeVito, tuning in from New York. Oh my gosh. Welcome. Monica, welcome. I might repeat the hellos. Melody, I'm going to make you a moderator because I know you. I'm going to add you. She has one of the most lovely profile pictures I think I've ever seen. I think it's so stunning. Just have to mention
Kimberly,
that.
my sister-in-law.
Oh. Lisa, not you guys being weirdos. No. Yes, Troll Slayers, exactly. Michelle, I'm going to make you one too because I feel like I know you. Wonderful. Oh, you know what I was thinking? So, first of all, hello.
Hi. 3 minutes in. Hi.
I said hello to you backstage. Thank you for being here, Stouffer. It means a lot. Welcome to my channel, and
thanks for having me.
I love your channel. Like our channel. Thank you. It's wonderful.
I subscribed and turned on notifications. So anyone watching, do the same.
Yes, exactly. And speaking of channels, you have a channel.
I do.
What's your channel's name? Where are you going with that? Let me ask you that.
You're supposed to put that link on it. Well, on Instagram, it's Psychic Stouffer. You can find me at Psychic Stouffer, and you can find my website at stophercavins.com. And there's my YouTube channel.
Oh, did I say your name wrong?
I say Cavins. Everybody in the world says Cavins.
Oh, okay.
It's a thing.
Is it like an accent? Is it like a...
I don't know. It was really reared its head. My daughter has the same story because she went to Navy boot camp. We both went to Navy boot camp, obviously not at the same time. But the instructors will call us both Cavins, and so of course we're not going to correct them. So it just kind of stuck all through boot camp and through the Navy for both of us, me and my daughter.
Oh, okay, so cool. How many years apart did you go? And I'm sorry, like boot camp, how long is that?
So boot camp for the Navy is only like 6 or 7 weeks. It's been so long.
Okay.
So I went in 2000 and she was like probably like 2017. I don't know if she's
Okay.
watching. I don't know if she's on here or not.
I think I
Yeah,
met your daughter.
18 years difference ish.
Was she in the? I'm totally
Yeah,
listening to what you're saying,
yeah,
but she was in it. That's right.
she was on
Cassie.
that
Or
Zoom
not
as
Cassie.
well. Mm-hmm.
Or is she Cassie as well? Okay. She was on that Zoom. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
my
it's
daughter.
Lisa Father's birthday. Before we proceed, your story is very important. More importantly,
Yes,
Cavins
Mr. Cavins.
is Mr. Cavins is Lisa Foster.
Happy birthday, Lisa.
She is my bodyguard, and she is probably my stunt double, and she is a really good bouncer. I am the timekeeper officially, and she is the bouncer. So we are quite the duo, but not to take away from her special day. Happy birthday, Lisa.
Heck
You're
yeah.
lovely. And thank you for being here.
So your sister's here. I think that is my sister. Hi, Misty.
My sister might be here too.
Okay. Jason. No, that's my sister because that's her son's name.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yay,
welcome. What's your
people showed
sister's
up
name?
for her? Misty.
Misty. So nice to meet you. And
She's
Seascape's here. And yes, if you could. Okay, so let's go back. So your
Yeah.
YouTube channel, I've put the link. I think that's correct. And if someone could be so kind to assist me in putting it into the chat, and then if you could take a moment and subscribe to Stopher's YouTube channel, that would be wonderful. He's wonderful. How long have we known each other?
Not that long.
Yeah, like less than
6
a year.
months?
Yeah.
6 to 8 months or
around
so?
that.
Yeah. No,
Mhm.
maybe a little longer. Yeah. But I
A
feel
little
like
bit longer.
we've done a lot. You know, I've helped you with some tech
Mhm.
stuff and picked your
Yeah.
brain about, spiritual stuff and reading and whatnot. So it's been good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you. I want to ask you. So tell us about yourself. Tell us whatever you want us to know
All
about
right.
yourself.
That's loaded.
I know. How much time do we have?
And what's appropriate? What's
Yeah,
appropriate,
totally.
right?
Everything.
Um,
It's yeah. Everything's appropriate.
so I'm a Midwestern boy. Let's start there. Grew up in the Midwest, very conservative. Former military. I mentioned that. I am a father and a grandfather already.
Wow.
And hold on, people are messaging me. I'm getting distracted. And a dog dad. My dog's trying to he's like right behind me. Yeah. So I live in LA area. Been in California for like 12 years, and it's definitely home. It's crazy because I knew growing up in Indiana that I knew like at a very, very young age that I was not going to be living in Indiana my whole life. I knew I was going to be leaving, and I left like several times, for the Navy and moved to other states. And then would come back. It kept like sucking me back. So when I moved to California, I knew that was like the last time I was moving.
Okay.
The dog. He's such a bad boy.
He wants to make an appearance.
He's such a bad boy.
Wow. He's like fighting for the camera.
He is.
Is he like after a fly? Like what's
I'll tell you what he's doing.
Oh
He is scratching his butt.
Oh my gosh.
Here, I'm going to
talk about that goes Deb Z comes into the room and the dog starts scratching its butt. I mean, the timing. Deb Z, you can't make that stuff up.
Yeah. It's like, anytime I'm on a live or a Zoom, he's back here and
making an ass of himself.
Pretty much.
Amazing.
So it's a little bit about
Indiana. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you knew it's interesting. What do you mean by you knew it wasn't home?
Yeah, I just never felt like, and also another thing, growing up in the 80s as a closeted gay man. Was little in the Midwest, a very like conservative religious kind of area, the Bible Belt. It was tough. It just didn't feel like home. Just wasn't that like connection. And I would always, kind of like fantasize about living in like California or New York. Just like kind of a bigger city, a little bit more of like an open space, a little bit more like liberal thinking, progressive thinking. So that's what I did. When I was in the Navy, I was stationed in New Jersey, so I was right outside of New York City. That was nice for a few years. But But yeah, California is home.
Mm,
And the other
I
day,
love
my
that
husband had
feeling.
suggested we move to Texas. It's like, I shut it down.
But you know what? I feel like I don't know this, but the feeling that I get intuitively, and then just in the limited conversations I've had around Texas, I feel like it's changing a bit, like it's
Mhm.
evolving, and the younger generations are assisting in that. And maybe I'm wrong in that, but that's the feeling that I get about that state.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's something that's
I've heard
changing there.
similar, especially certain areas like San Antonio and Austin.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was distracted. Melinda says, "You're gay." Oh, hell no.
This is his coming out party.
Yes. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, he's
Sorry,
coming out
ladies.
today. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Kevin, thank you so much for stopping by. That means a lot. I appreciate it. Kevin's Loving Vibration. Check his channel out. Amazing. I love reading with him. We're going to do something a little bit more consistent every 2 weeks, alternating on each other's channel, which I'm super excited about. So thank
Sweet.
you so much. Before I forget to, we are going to get to some readings.
Yeah.
And so more of the personal questions, psychic, mediumship, that kind of stuff, anything spiritually related. If you just have general questions, put them all in capitals, if you wouldn't mind.
Well, thank you, Seascape.
What did she say?
She said we're both gorgeous.
Oh, that's so
I'll
kind.
take it.
I think she was talking to you and the dog. So
Oh, probably just the dog. And I was complaining that there wasn't a filter on this.
right? Yeah. I mean, I do all my readings through Zoom, so I know which filter you're talking about.
Yeah,
So
I
this
kicked
is
that
like
thing all the way up. I look like a mannequin.
yeah. Yeah.
Any ladies here
Yes.
know any
Next
hetero guys?
Thursday. Kevin will be on my channel next Thursday. I'm looking forward to it. I have lots of collaborations coming up, which I'm super thrilled about. So just to back up and finish that one thought about questions, please feel free to put them in the chat in capitals, and I will star them and we will get to those.
Melinda, you
So
were
tell us,
cracking me
yeah. What's that?
up. What else do you want to know? That's like,
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. We're both gay. Rumor has it. Double damn, can't say gay. Shit. You can say gay a trillion times on here, and
gay.
we will applaud it every single time. So,
But can you say queer? Are you done with that word?
I'm totally fine. Nothing really offends me.
I kind of like that. I know the community has like adopted that as like kind of a, claim that word, and I think it's kind of cool
Yeah,
because it's a little more open to
yeah,
like. I have a friend who is a heterosexual, but she identifies it. I'm like, do you think you're queer? And she's like, I'm definitely queer, because she's
yeah.
like an ally and she's like kind of out there and she's just like very like fluid with everything. But when it comes down to it, she's, she likes the opposite sex. But yeah, it's kind of, it can mean a lot of different things. So
Yeah, I love that. I love it. We'll leave our
yeah,
filters
we
at
got
the
some
door. And
questions. We got some.
yes,
All
I'm going to
right.
start them. So continue on. Trillion times gay. Exactly, Melinda. Thank you. Oh, 22. 22. Monica.
Is that
That's
your
so
number?
funny. That's my number too.
It's your number. I
I
was gonna
mean, I
say,
don't own it.
will you give it back to Kevin, please?
I've been looking for the 22. We'll get to that. I love the numbers. I
Yeah,
love the numbers.
I knew you had a connection with that. I do not.
Well, it's in everything. My phone number, my email. I mean,
Okay.
I'm going to tell you I'm not going to tell you all of them. And yeah, there's probably a lot of psychics in here, but there's 22 in every. Yeah, I'll just stop there. I'm probably like setting myself up for a.
Yeah, so I
Like
think
a
I've said enough
scam.
about myself. I don't
No,
know.
you haven't. Say more.
I'm also
Tell us
married.
more.
I have a lovely husband, Christian. He's a saint.
Aw, I can't wait to meet him. When did you identify with your abilities, Stouffer?
So this is actually kind of a newer journey for me. I've always been a bit empathic. Like I can just like really pick up on energies around me, and I kind of take it on, which is not always been a great thing, because if somebody's like really manic around me, like I have a tendency to like go really like the opposite way. like to an extreme. Like I've always been like that. Like I'll just shut down. So I've always kind of felt that, but never had anything where spirit was speaking to me. I mean, they were, I just wasn't listening. But about 2 years ago, so it was the summer, it was August of 2020. I had a friend of 18 years. He lives in New Jersey, and he reached out to me. And, COVID was kind of in the midst of everything, August 2020. And he knows, and I'm a marketer full time, so that's like my day job. And so my friend reaches out to me one evening and says, "Hey, I'm starting a business, and I want you to look at something for me. And so check out my Facebook business page." He's like, "I think you know this about me, but I'm not sure. I think we've had like one conversation in 18 years." So I check out his page, and it turns out that he's starting his business as a spirit medium, which in like one time in passing in all of our years being friends, he had mentioned that he sees dead people. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so I kind of knew, and and I'm good with that. I was like good with it. I'm very like, I've always been open to it. So I was like, yeah, this is a really cool thing. Let me help you. And I kind of assumed that's why he was maybe like kind of approaching me about it. So I built his website for him. I, started blogging for him, helping him with graphics. And in the midst of all this, I'm picking his brain to kind of see how it works, see what he feels. And I'm just really becoming intrigued by the whole thing. And as I'm blogging about things like meditation and crystals and, saging and different metaphysical stuff, I started practicing it because I want to like kind of know what I'm blogging about, right? What I'm writing about. So it was amazing, like just meditating and like getting quiet. And I had a friend in the midst of all this kind of, spiritual connection I was getting. I had a friend suggest the book. I believe it's by Michael Singer. It's called
Oh.
The Untethered Soul.
Mm-hmm.
And it really spoke to me. I love that book. And there were several chapters I read like 2 or 3 times. And it really helped me understand that my ego was out of control and how to like quiet that. So I started incorporating that into my meditating and stuff. And life just got so good. Like it was good for my relationship. It was good for my, just my own like mental health. I started doing like shadow work, going back in time to kind of like repair some things and figure out some things that had happened in the past, because I dealt with a lot of childhood trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And things just really started, like, basically, long story short, spirit took the opportunity to like really like grab me and let me know, hey, we're here. We've always been here, and it's time to work.
Mm-hmm.
So I was ready to listen. I was finally, after 40 something years, I was ready. And at that point, so I got to thank my friend and he's an amazing spirit medium, for kind of not knowing it, but, in a roundabout way, he kind of, helped me go on this journey.
Mm-hmm.
It's been great. It's just, the fact that I know I can help people and all, that whole thing is really important, because I don't think I was doing much of that, prior to this, spiritual journey that I started.
Interesting. I mean, do you look at it as, partly developing through experiences emotionally to be able to make some of the connections with spirit in reflection? Do you see that where it's like timing wise, like, and I know it's hypothetical, but do you see it as, okay, the timing was actually perfect, if you will, because of where you were at in your life? Like, I
Yeah,
wonder that.
it was partially that, like I guess all of the above. It was kind of like a stew of everything kind of coming together. And that book really like gave me a tool, because I had to like listen to the first couple chapters like several times, because kind of the way, it's very like yogi kind of methodology and thought. And so I had to kind of like wrap my mind around it, the whole like quieting your mind and all that. And once I figured it out, it's like, oh my God, my ego has been so out of control, like creating this prison of what the world is and what it needs to be for me to be, quote, protected.
Right.
And a lot of it had to do with all the trauma that I went through, so I had to like, it was a mechanism that I was using to protect myself. So once I learned to like quiet that, that's when like everything changed. Once I could like
Mm.
shut that voice up, that's when it was a game changer for me. It was like, it really was.
Mm.
Because, you know, we all have that voice. It's like telling us, you know, that's cool. That's not cool. Oh, don't do that. Or you're going to look stupid or whatever it is.
Mhm.
Mine is on steroids. Mine has always been out of control. And I was clueless. I was so clueless. And once I realized that, I was like, oh, okay, I can tell it to shut up. Cool.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
I've got all the questions, some great questions. I'm looking forward to getting to those. And I just wanted to say hi to Tammy and Cindy and Scott. And I'm going to say this wrong. Silistra. If I haven't
Solistra,
said
that's my
hello
buddy.
already.
Yeah,
Aw,
Solistra.
such a great name.
Loves to hear me speak.
Um, yeah, and Stouffer, they're having trouble finding your YouTube channel. So maybe I didn't put the right link in.
Okay.
But I will attach it
Yeah,
somehow.
you can put it in the comments on the playback video. And then
There you
there's
go. Oh, yeah.
there's links on my website. So if they can just go to my website,
Perfect.
stophercavins.com. I made it easy.
Mm-hmm. So identifying your ability. Now, when did you start offering your services as a psychic medium?
Well, it's funny, and I don't really suggest people do this, but since I am a marketer and I'm really good with the tech and the marketing and building businesses, because that's what I do,
Mm.
I was like, oh, I can do this, and I'm pretty good at it. And I just literally helped my friend do it. So I was like, I may have put the cart before the horse a little bit, to be totally honest,
Mm.
but boom, I put up a website. I got my business on Google, on Yelp, on, you know, all these different things I knew how to do. Um,
Mm.
so I started reading and really getting into it probably like April is when I started like kind of learning cards and different things. I was charging for readings by like May.
Amazing. I love that about you. Like I love that about you because and I was thinking about this earlier, and now it's important that I need to say it because it's there again. Was there's so many like how do I say this? I'm going to say it like friend to friend. There's so many people with so many rules about the parameters of what it should look like. And although I hear a lot of it, and I think the integrity and the ethic around it is non-negotiable, the how we come into it and the education versus no education or naturally born or, you know, midlife or whatever that looks like. I love that about you because that can really be deterring to some people going, oh, I don't really identify as being, you know, naturally born with all of this and or, you know, like, oh, I didn't take classes or oh, now so I just think that it's wonderful that you I mean, I've seen you and I've had exchanges with you in that where you've demonstrated that, and I find it so wonderful that you didn't let you know some of that outside. This is what it should look like.
Yeah,
Stop you or deter
thank
you.
you for that. It
I
was
love
probably
that.
mostly it was probably just ignorance on my part.
Perfect.
Just not knowing any better. Oh, there's rules. Oh, screw that.
But you know what I'm talking about, right? There where it's like that, you know, there's people that, you know, really think it should look kind of a certain way. And when it doesn't look like that, it's like we can be left with, oh, am I doing this wrong? Well, maybe like, you know what I mean? It kind of, it can affect the confidence around it. So I love it. I love your confidence and your eagerness to continue to move forward in your own way. I love that about you.
Yeah,
So.
thank you. Yeah, there was a
Mhm.
certain amount of fearlessness that, on my part, I guess, and it's not for everybody. And like I say, I may have put the cart before the horse a little bit. You know, if I'm looking back, hindsight's 2020. But it for me, it had to happen that way, and I'm glad it did, and it's worked out really well. And I've come so far. I still have a long way to go, and there's so much growing I can do. I know that, but I've come so far in such a short amount of time. So I'm just thankful for that journey.
Mhm.
And I was really and part of it, I got to give it all to spirit, because I was
Mhm.
kind of taking my hands off the wheel for the first time in my life and just following the breadcrumbs. And, you know, it got me to where, you know, where I am. And I like, I like it.
Yeah.
It worked
I
out.
love that. I love the way you're so humble in it, and that it's, yeah, I love that. And who you thank in that order is, I love it.
Oh, thank you. So
Sharon,
yeah,
strawberry rhubarb. My friend Sharon's here.
yeah, I'm being distracted by all the comments. So I just want to thank everybody
I
for putting
know.
the links up.
You got some
Michelle, thank you.
subscribers. Lisa subscribed.
Rami,
Oh,
hi
fun.
Rami, if you're still here. All right.
Okay, let
I
me
like
ask
seeing
you what,
everybody on
let
there.
me
Yeah,
ask you one
cool.
more question. Oh, let me ask you this one. I like this one.
What you
What or what you got?
got? What you
um,
got?
what or who inspires you?
Nice. I like
Mhm.
that question.
Mm.
So I'm inspired by, I tell you what I love, and it's like one of the few things that makes me cry
Mm.
is really just when people do acts of kindness and love for other people, especially people they don't know.
Mm.
That I know it's kind of like maybe a different kind of answer, but that like really just like fills my like heart and my soul when I see stuff like that, or when I have the opportunity to do stuff like that, just like selfless. So I guess that's like my answer is like when I see people in the world like doing selfless things for other people or animals.
Mm.
So that inspires me,
I
and it
love
gives me
that.
hope. And you know, it's more of that, please.
I mean, that's all. I mean, I think all of us, every single person on this planet right now is so impacted in different ways that I mean, looking back, how could we ever see ourselves being here? But the hope, like you said, is something that can keep us going. And that's it. We still have access at any given moment to do the things that bring us joy and give us hope. And we have to be sometimes really mindful of that. So, yeah, I love that
For
answer.
sure.
Stouffer, I love it.
Thank you. Yeah,
Wonderful.
and if
Mhm.
I don't get like, I don't want to say I don't get inspired by people, but
Mm.
my husband inspires me for sure. He's
Nice.
like I say, he is a saint. He's an amazing, incredible individual.
Aw.
My daughter inspires me. She's like the best mom ever in the world. And if you would have asked me like before, because she went through a bit of a phase when she was in her like teen years, so it was a little touch and go for a while, and she's just developed into like the most amazing woman and mother.
Aw.
So yeah.
Wow. So great.
Oh, thank you, Monica. Well, thanks for putting that up, Kevin.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's such a sweetheart.
Little tears. Squish, squish. Hi, Ron. Ron is a fellow Canadian. He's in the province of Quebec.
Hey, Ron.
So wonderful. And he has his own channel. Amazing
Yeah,
tarot card reader.
unconditional love tarot. I love that.
Yeah. Isn't that a great name?
Heck yeah, it is.
Such a great name. Shall we do some questions?
Yeah, let's get into it. It's squish, squish, darling, squish, squish. What's that?
Totally. That means cry. Squish, squish.
Oh, okay, got it.
There's water falling from my face.
Oh, thank you, Seascape.
Okay.
I intrigue. Yeah, that's a good word. Intrigue. You intrigue me.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go in kind of the order that they came up. So, Michelle, any message from my mom who passed in 2020 or my sister who passed in 2009? Yes, instantly. Ooh, made my ears ring. Ooh, coming in loud. I heard Margaret and I heard Mary. The MA name, Margaret or Mary. That's what I instantly heard, Michelle. And so when I work, just for anyone that's the thing, I want to say thank you to all the new people that have showed up, and how I work will sometimes be, especially with the mediumship. I like to just get a little bit of validation, if I could, around just that I'm connected with the right individual before I go into the messaging. And so if I ask those random, I'm not just talking out loud. Well, I guess I am. But if you could in the comments, put you understand that or you don't. Either way is perfect. And then it just lets me kind of make sure that I have the correct link before I give you a message. My mom's name is Leslie and my sister's name is Vera. Also highlighting the month of November. November is significant.
So I've got a message from Sister, and let me know if this makes sense for Sister. I do feel a bit of a more quiet and maybe a somber energy with Sister, if you can understand that. I feel like maybe, you know, when she was here, there might have been some challenges emotionally with her. So she is coming through, letting you know that she's, you know, there's like a peaceful energy that I'm getting. So it is a message of, you know, there's a peacefulness. So if there's any kind of like turmoil happening in her life, she's just really in a place of peace right now, is what I'm getting. Kevin, you said you had felt like around November. She's saying that December.
Yeah, there's something
October.
significant in the month of November. There's something significant about the month of November. And I'm aware of my head. I've got a slight pain in my head. So I'm wondering if you'd understand that with either of them as well. And sometimes this is the thing, Michelle, because we don't have control of who comes through. Sometimes this is just a channel or an opening for spirit to come and whoever will come through. So sometimes if we, I would love to connect with both of them or either of them, but sometimes other people see it as an opportunity. And so they figure it out, whose message is, I guess, most necessary to hear in this moment. So if you could be open to others as well, just to keep that in mind. And I know you already know that, but yeah, something about the head. And there's some significance. I keep being brought outside and I'm like, what, why do you keep taking me outside? And I keep looking up, and I'm looking up at a tree, and there's something significant about this feeling of the tree. And it's like, I'm standing at the base of it and I'm looking up, and I don't know if it's a memory, but there's something significant about this tree. And so I'm curious if you would also understand that. Oh, interesting around the head.
Passive sleep apnea. Okay.
Sister, interesting.
One more thing, and I believe this is Sister giving this to me. They're telling me, Michelle, would you understand? Was there a dog? Did you have a dog pass recently? I feel like this is the last couple, like 2 years, because they are giving me that there's a dog with them. It feels like a medium-sized dog, not a small dog. I'm getting a G name with the dog, to be honest. So just see if you can put that in the comments if you can understand that. But they are giving me a dog that is with them. And I don't know why I'm saying dog like I'm on the East Coast. Like I'm dog. You have a dog.
Interesting. They're taking me to your dreams. They're taking me to your dreams. So I feel like it's this, I feel like there's these two kind of dimensions or lands, and in the like the in the center is this bridge, and it's like, and it's dream state to me. So I feel like there's communication that happens and or visitation that's happening while you're dreaming in your sleep as well. Yeah, I feel like it's both of them coming in. I just feel like they're both coming in. I also feel like there's another female. I don't know if it's mom's mom, but the connection with the November is something that they keep bringing up. So I wanted to mention that one more time. They're making me aware of relaxation for you. And so right now, I think the encouragement would be for you to do things that bring in a little bit more relaxation. And sometimes we're, in the busyness of life, that can be challenging, but they're just saying, just even little bits of it would be beneficial for you. And they're talking about adventure. So I don't know if you're in the conversation of travel or like an adventure, a road trip. But I feel like my awareness is around adventure for you.
Yeah, I'm getting that energy as well, Kevin. So I once again, I think I'm still with sister here. She was showing me a car. So I definitely think there is either a road trip that is being planned. And I believe this is for you, Michelle, for something that's maybe coming up for you, something you're considering.
Oh, okay.
So if there's a road trip, she says a road trip. Yes. So just know sister is approving and she's going to be on that road trip with you. But yeah, I couldn't figure. She kept showing me the car and I almost feel like it's a convertible or some kind of like really fun kind of trip. So I didn't know if it was, she was telling you to get the car or if you guys are going on a trip. So that makes perfect sense.
I love it. I love picking up on the same. That's always wonderful to me, how they do that. And they impress upon us my heart started racing when you talked about your grandma, Lucy. And I think it was mom's mom that was coming in first as that kind of matriarch. I feel like she was like, wait a sec, like this is, I want this moment. And so she came forward first and it was like the other two stood back. And so I feel like her energy, you might've understood that what am I trying to say? In her earth experience, having that energy where she might have been a little bit more, not forceful, but a little more boisterous in her personality is what she made me feel. And so, yeah, that road trip, it feels really important. And just knowing that they will be with you in that. And even in the conversations leading up to it, that's why they bring it forward so that they're aware, that you're aware, that they're always with us. And so in our conversations, in our day to day, they want you to know that they're not missing anything in that. I was aware of the heart around your grandmother. I'm not sure if you understand that, but oh my gosh, have the best time with your sister on this road trip.
Yeah, that's going to be
so great. Mm-hmm. Oh, my mom's name was Lucy. Oh, sometimes I love that how spirit does that too. There was lots of people that were connecting with the number 22, and then just a similar thing. Sometimes how spirit will work is they'll slide in, and it's not to discredit that it's just for somebody else, that we can take little pieces of other messages. It's never not for us when we feel like it is. So there you go. All the best to you, Michelle. Perfecto. All right. And
yeah, thank you for sharing, Michelle.
Mm-hmm. And what? And there we go. All right, Lisa.
Any messages from nephew Tommy? Lisa, would you understand a connection with Tommy and water? If you can put that in the comments, because I'm getting a connection with with Tommy and water.
And it's funny because he's bringing my attention to the car.
He's got you in the car.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
I'm getting a very like sweet energy with Tommy. Yeah, water. Lisa. I don't know if there was like an affinity for water, swimming. If this was like a happy place for him. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm getting like not so much like a shyness with Tommy, but like a sweetness and kind of an understatedness with him. I just he has a real gentle energy coming through. She doesn't know about the water, but just know he has given me a connection with water. So I'm not sure if there's just it feels positive. It feels like this is like a happy place.
Would you understand the month of March in connection to him? And also the name Matthew or Matt? Matt or Matthew?
That's funny. You got the March and the Matthew because I was having a name come in to be highlighted as Mary.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all the M's. So I'm being asked to highlight Mary. Yeah. I was going to ask if Mary was his mom because I was getting like a level up. So I am being asked to highlight Mary, and I feel like he's sending a lot of like positive energy and surrounding and protection to Mary. So I feel like that's the message that's coming forth for his mom. Yeah, because she obviously she's in a tough place. So there's just a lot of good energy, and like just let her know he's around her, and he's putting a just like filling her whole. I feel like her whole like home with love and light and like just protective energy.
It was interesting, Stopher, that you. I thought he was actually talking about Lisa's resilience, and maybe it fits for both of you. But he came through with this feeling of resilience as part of the message, and I feel like it really is, because when you said Mary and I heard the mother connection, I feel like he was putting that attention to her as well. So just really. Just the acknowledgement of what has transpired and occurred for her since his passing, and just the embrace of love around, her not being alone. Because I feel like the isolation or the as I feel into her energy, I feel like she's pushed some things away, and it no judgment there, but that there's the awareness of that from the other side, and the encouragement, the encouragement around her resilience.
Yeah, and one thing, and thank you for sharing. I know that's heavy. That she found him. Can you tell us, was he in the house that she lives in? Because I keep being brought to that house, and I don't know if Mary is concerned that there might be something negative in the house, because he's telling me the house is filled with love and light. So that might be a message coming forward that there is not anything negative in the house. It's not something environmental. in that respect. So he does want her to know the house is clear of any negative energy if that's what happened, because he just keeps bringing me to the houses filled with light.
Beautiful. I keep seeing
In the bathroom.
two things. I keep seeing the orange and white tabby cat with him. He's highlighting that. And the big yellow sunflower. He's bringing my attention to both of those things. And he keeps lighting a candle. So someone might have just had a birthday. Oh, it's you. It's her birthday today. But in addition, I feel like, I mean,
man, you're good.
But in addition, I feel like this is just past. Someone else connected to him would have had a birthday. And you.
And he's giving me one more thing, Lisa. I think
the bathroom is the water connection. I just want to point that out.
Okay, got it. I don't know if you know this, but he's given me a and I know he passed of an overdose. He's giving me like a movement. So this would be like somebody's kind of taken this as an opportunity to make sure that his passing wasn't in vain, and like either bring some kind of awareness around like either addiction or do some kind of like help. So I don't know if there's somebody in the family that's kind of taking this torch, but he's bringing highlighting them as a thank you. So if you can confirm that, I feel like somebody's either, if they haven't done it yet, because I know this is still fresh, I feel like there's some talks about doing it, and there's a lot of appreciation coming through for that.
And then just one last thing, Lisa. I feel like he's with an older female with a K name or a C name. I keep hearing, but so it's CA or KA. But female would be older than him, also on the other side. And I felt like he just wanted to highlight that. I'm sorry for your loss, Lisa. That's so unfortunate.
Brother Scott and that.
Oh, interesting. Interesting how that works. Okay. All righty. I'm gonna let that one go on this, and I'm gonna pop this one up here for a sec. Why do I keep seeing 22?
Monica, waiting for this one.
I was, and because here's the thing. Sometimes I think we look, we kind of look, we'll see the number, and then we're kind of like prompted to look like, what's to follow. And sometimes that's really accurate. But as a consideration, what I heard when I read that, Monica, is that if you just look at what you have been thinking about or what you did prior to seeing that number, perhaps it can be a validation of that thought. So the next time that it occurs, and I feel like it'll occur relatively soon for you, consider that. Consider what you were just thinking about, or what just, maybe your thoughts were about something, just prior. So I don't know if that sounded wordy or not, but it makes sense in my head. But
I actually also have this. I feel like this is a message from Spirit. And I'm actually getting kind of a romantic or a love vibe. So I feel like there's someone in spirit, and I believe it's male, that's sending the 22. And you might find that they have a connection with 22 as well.
Cool.
Well, and Lisa says the day he passed is on the 22nd of February.
That's interesting. So that's no coincidence. Again, with the 22, that's how they often will show up, so that it's, they never miss an opportunity to let us know they're there. And sometimes that just comes directly through a message for somebody else. And don't dismiss that. Really just take it as, their extension to include us in that message. All right.
Sure. Thank you, Lisa.
Melody.
Thank you, Monica.
And I think all the new questions that have been coming in, I have starred most of them. Actually, all of them. But
yeah, I don't know how you keep track, man.
well, I'm just winging it.
I'm just
Stouffer.
really good at what I do. I'm a good multitasker.
Oh heavens. Okay, so you're so welcome, Lisa. I was drooling. She had this it looked like a milkshake, like with like it looked like caramel. I could totally be wrong. It could be something different. But it looked delicious from that coffee place that does yummy milkshakes.
What place
Melody,
is it?
that's so
What
sweet
place
of
is
you.
it?
It's
You know what?
Starbucks.
Oh, that place that we shall not.
They're not sponsoring me, so I refuse to say
Oh,
they're.
got
No,
it.
I'm kidding.
Invite me on when they are
Yeah.
sponsoring you, okay?
Yeah, totally. My uncle passed away, so maybe it's him. Perhaps Monica. Yeah. So for that, I think that was in response to what you were saying there. All
Yeah.
right, Melody Lamons. I feel the new to begin. The need to begin a new creative project. I think I've read around this, so Stouffer, I'm curious what you get on
Okay, yeah,
this.
let's do it. I'm gonna pull a card.
Mm-hmm.
And so for everyone that hasn't worked with me when I pull cards, I work with my auntie in spirit. Her name's Deb. She was a tarot card reader. She passed in 2014, and she tells me which cards to pick, so it's not random. A little bit of unsolicited information for you.
I love it. And thank you for posting our channels. I'm just making a few more people moderators. Our channels in the chat. That is so appreciative. Thank you kindly. Melody, new creative project. Any suggestions?
I did pull this wonderful card. Let me get it lined up. The happy, happy card. So what this card is telling me, and I'm actually feeling like I'm being told like to kind of clear space. I almost feel like space, like physical space and like time, because I feel like if you do the next project, I think is going to be a little bigger than you expect it to be. If that makes sense. So I'm actually getting that there's going to be it's going to kind of take on a life of its own, and that's in a good way is what I feel. I do feel like there will be, some finance. We need to like consider like finances towards it. I just feel like it might start as like kind of a hobby or something fun, and it's going to be a little bit more than that. So this does feel like a positive energy for me. But just know that you're going to need to put a little bit of resources towards it eventually. Like there might be a space in your home that gets cleared out or dedicated to where you're going to be working or doing this creativity. And then also like putting some finances with it as well. And like I say, that's all feeling very positive and like upward trajectory for me. And it also feels like it's going to involve, I'm feeling like a lot of diversity around it as well. So I don't know if it's going to include or be centered around something with diversity. If you can understand that. Oh, thank you, Celestra.
That's interesting, Stopher. I think you also might be tuning into the other project that I know that she's doing.
She said, "Is it a movie?"
See, I feel like yes, Melody.
I feel like it's kind of a big thing. That's why I'm like, at first when she said creative project, I'm like, okay, she's probably doing something, videos at home. It feels like it's bigger than that, and it feels like it involves a lot of people and specifically like diversity. Like, because I'm getting like LGBTQ, I'm getting like, black, white, all the race. I feel like it might be centered around that, or that might be an element to it.
Interesting. First of all, I was into, I feel like it's you making contribution, this project, and I don't know if it's for financial gain. I feel like it's a contribution that you do as a passion project. I couldn't get specifics around it, although it was very creative. And it just highlighted you in such a generous way. And in addition to that, I saw this deck of cards floating down, and it felt like if you didn't do the art and the writing, you did one or the other. But it felt like there was a spiritual potential as far as, and it does feel collaborative, but a spiritual potential around creativity. So I don't know if you've been thinking or have ever thought about doing a oracle or some sort of deck, but I don't know. I saw it as a card. So yeah,
All right.
that's what I got.
Thank you for the question, Melody. I hope that helped. But it feels very positive.
It does.
It feels like it's a bigger undertaking than you might consider at first. But I feel like you're prepared to kind of ramp it up and go there.
I saw a comment. Oh yeah, Debsy, I saw we might be able to do a couple more, so it doesn't hurt to put them in the chat. And we'll probably go for it. Stopher, how are you doing, by the way?
I'm great. I have water, and that's all I need.
That's what my friend Perry says. She's like, all you need, we don't need anything but water. Yeah,
water.
You'll need water, she
We
said.
need
Yeah.
water.
But we can just like totally. Totally. Okay, so next we have great questions. And thank you all for being here. I know there's other things that are happening that I know I'm not going to say
there's nothing
anyways.
else happening.
But I mean, yeah. But I thank each and every one of you for being here.
I love that you guys are talking to each other. That's so cool.
Oh yeah, isn't that great? It's like a family. This is family.
It.
This is the chosen family.
Talk amongst yourselves. You guys get along so great. This is from my person.
Yeah. And so we've got Jean. Oh, flew out of there. Okay, interesting. From my mom or my son, Cody. My mom or my son, Cody.
Dean, can you understand? Does Cody have a namesake? I feel like they're connected actually in spirit. Would you understand if Cody has like this would be like an uncle or a grandfather, maybe? I believe in spirit that has a namesake for either his first, middle name. Because I feel like I'm getting a tie, a connection.
Like a tie that you wear?
Like just I don't know. It's like a symbol for me. Like they're just tied, so they're coming in.
I got it.
Last name of my mom. Okay, so so that I can understand that.
Last name of mom. Okay. Would you understand the month of January being significant? And I heard the P name, Pat or Patrick. Pat or Patrick, and then attention to a necklace, specifically a necklace. And I feel like you would have this necklace.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So Cody has the last name of her mom. Would you understand? Does mom have the same last name as her dad? Because I feel like there's a male with this name as well. So it'd be last name, but on mom's side makes sense to me. Coming through together. And I feel a lot of youth with Cody. I feel like a lot of youthfulness with this spirit, and an innocence. There's like a level of like innocence and youthfulness. So just know that if he had this here, he's taking it with him. It's a really beautiful energy. Yeah, I feel like he's got a lot of family that's because getting me surrounded. So just know that he's with. I feel like there's a lot of like grandmothers and higher ups with him.
My birthday is January. Patrick was a buddy in the Air Force. I'm thinking that is. Yes, Coda was maternal side of the family. He was 35. Interesting.
Okay.
With mom, would you understand the illness going through her? I'm feeling it all through my body, and I don't feel like it was super sudden, or there was ailments leading up. But I think I'm more feeling your mom. And do you connect with the bird around your mom? Do you connect with the bird around your mom? Because I keep seeing a bird flying around my head.
Hummingbird.
I'm sorry. Oh, rheumatoid arthritis and the hummingbird. Oh, okay, perfect. So I'm with mom. She keeps saying victory. She keeps saying the word victory. I keep hearing it. And I feel like because she's making me feel this around you, that there was something that occurred that I don't know, maybe it's just drawing the attention to the celebration, but there's just this like real outpouring of victory around you. I don't know if you understand that. I'm not sure if I've ever heard it presented that way. And yeah, I just feel victory. I'm curious if you understand that. Victory.
Yeah, and I think this is on a different note, but Jean, can you understand? I feel like they're both giving me. I've got kind of a diverse energy here, but I'm getting something around. I believe this is something you're doing. Can you understand? Are you doing? I feel like you're putting together something that has to do with like family. I'm getting like a sense of like legacy or lineage. So I don't know if there's like a family tree or some kind of. But I feel like it's physical. If you're putting together like if it's like an album or something like that, they're showing me that you're doing this. So just know that they're approving and they're with you in these moments. I feel like you're building something with that has to do with like lineage. If you can confirm that, if you can understand that.
That's interesting, Stopher, because one of the cards I pulled was the ancestral wisdom.
For sure. There's something going on with this for sure. Just know that they see this happening and I feel like they're part of it, obviously. So there's an appreciation. It's almost like a level of like memorialization.
I love that. And I love it how this is unfolding for us, Stouffer working together. I love it where it's like, just being in the connection of spirit and that coming through both of us kind of, I love that. I just want to acknowledge that. And Jean, two big things are going on waiting for success. I feel victory around it. I feel like they're privy to the information sooner than we are, most definitely. And so in that's the energy that she wants to bring forward. So I'm glad you understand that. And then the last little thing is, I feel like they're working with you on your own clairs, specifically the clairsentient. So I know that you feel them. So just really be in that. That's such a big communication. So I feel there's help in that. And then this one little last thing was that she showed me with your hands in the soil. So I don't know if like really recently your hands were literally in the dirt or you were in the garden, but know that in that, I don't know if gardening is if that resonates for you. I won't try to make sense of it, but there was acknowledgement of that. So yeah, lots of love from the other side for you.
Yeah, they're around for sure.
Hi,
I
Sheila.
do get that sense of like activity with them too. Like they're not just like observing. Like I feel like they are like working with you. For sure, I get that energy. They're very close.
So nice. Thank you so much, Jean. Jean, I know I almost said it earlier, but I feel like I know you. She's like, I do not know you and I don't want to know you. Just kidding. But no, I feel like I know you. I don't know why. Anyways, maybe a past life thing.
Yeah.
But there you have it. Wonderful. Thank you for your question and
Yes,
lots of love.
for sure.
I had a butterfly chemo even landed on me though. Thought it was Cody. Oh, so nice. All righty, where are we at? Hi, Kristen. I saw you come in. And Sheila, thank you so much for being here or popping in. 33. 33. Okay, we already
Thank
did
you,
this
Melody.
one. Mm-hmm.
Have a good night. All right. Do we have another?
Rainy. Yeah, sorry. I was just clearing some of them because there was a lot and I get confused. Ramy, am I saying that right? Are you still here? If you could let us know in the chat.
Hopefully she's been hanging in there.
That's a cool name. Did you say she?
I did a reading with Ramy. It's been a while. Ramy, yeah, Ramy's here.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So nice to see you, Sheila. She has a wonderful channel. If you haven't subscribed to Sheila's channel, please, all of you that have channels, feel free to put them in our chat. Please, please, please. Oh, that's so nice. I'm posting that. Perfect. And then I'll post Ramy's because I had a squirrel moment. like, wait a second. Ramy's like, what about me?
I know, right? Focus, Kevin. Mr. Multitasker. Ramy, would you understand with Grandma Gloria? She's giving me a sense of leaving something behind for you. So I want to make sure that you have it. I mean, she knows you have it. It feels like a collection of some sorts, or like it's like almost like more than one thing, if that makes sense. I'm getting almost like 3. So I think she wants you to know that she has it. I'm getting 3. So it's almost like if it's a coin, it's 3 coins, or if it's
and there's 3 kids.
3.
Sorry. Like, yes, 3.
And I believe it's something you keep kind of close, like it's not put away. Like she's coming through with a lot of appreciation for having the whatever the 3 things is. It feels like 3.
Mm-hmm. Would you understand her breathing to be labored up into throat? That's what I'm being made aware of. Breathing and throat. You're so welcome, Jean.
The kids in obituary. Oh, you keep the obituary. Is that what it is? And then 3 kids. So she had 3 children.
Oh, okay. The 3 kids. Yeah. Interesting.
So
yeah, but
go ahead.
Do you understand the breathing, the labored breathing, or the something with my throat? I don't know if I can. I feel like I couldn't talk. So I feel like the labored breathing around her passing. I'm curious if you'd understand that.
She didn't make it until she was on life support.
And do you understand the name L-O, like Louise or Lori? Louise or Lori, L-O something, another female. Was her dad also, she's a bit chatty here. A bit of a chatty box here. But I feel like her father, would you understand him? He gave me the salute, which often means the military, or that's what we call it here in Canada, but military, Navy, but something, the older gentleman. And I believe he was heart passing. But message for you. This was really interesting. So it was like, find your center, ground yourself. Find your center, ground yourself. So I don't know if things have been a little bit unstable, but really doing the things that actually bring you grounding is the encouragement. So whether that be going outside into nature, bare feet, on the ground, at the beach, whatever you find grounding, that's what there's encouragement for at this time. So I think reflective to some challenge, that's the energy that comes through right now. And then, just the last little bit, I see a feather. So I'm curious if you connect with the feather. I wanted to say white feather, but I don't even think it's a specific color. But
Rami, if you can confirm, I'm getting like, do you have a son? Did she say she had a son, or she was pregnant? Grandma Gloria is coming through with a lot of pride, I believe, for you as a mother. And would you understand? Did you give your, it feels like son, did you give your child like a name? Once again, I'm getting like a passed down name. So I don't know if it was like for her, for another male in your family. So she's coming through with appreciation for I'm getting like the passed down name. And also just a lot of pride and for you as a mother. So I feel like she's seen a lot of the way she parented in you as well, because I'm just getting that energy. So she's just know that she's there, seeing how you parent your son and the connection you have. And I'm interested to know about the name, because I feel like there's a passed down name that he has. It feels like a prideful name. It feels like a kind of pump up your chest kind of name, like Lionel or something. I don't know. It's kind of a strong
Dakota.
Kind of name. Is that the name?
Yeah.
Oh, she just put. I guess I'm on a delay. I'm like, wow, you're good, Kevin. I came to you.
Yeah, from his other side. Oh, okay, nice.
Named Coda. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, it's kind of a tough kind of name. Yeah, Grandma thinks you're a great parent.
I love that.
She's there for the right. Yeah.
So good. All right. Thank you, Rami. And we are. Is Cindy still here? Cindy Ransom.
And somebody said I went up from 10 to 25 subs. Thank you, everyone.
There you go.
Very nice.
Amazing.
I'm getting Cindy, would you understand military with dad? I'm getting like uniform with dad and a really strong presence. And I don't think strict, but I think like strong and organized, and kind of like tough. I mean that in the best way. Like strong. Yeah, just strong. Oh, thank you, Kristen. But I'm getting that like uniform or military kind of structure with Charlie. Naval Academy. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because it feels like very like proper. And also he's like bringing me to like a lot of tradition. Would you understand tradition in your family? Like I think there's a lot of like passed down like culture and stuff that I think was important and that was like taught to, that he's telling me like he taught to his children. I feel like it was important for him to like pass that down. And I feel like you keep traditions going. Specifically, I feel like it's around like celebrations. There's something that's celebrated that I feel like is very unique. So he's coming forth to, you know, confirm that he's seeing this like continuation. Lots of family stuff going on tonight. I like that.
Yeah, that's funny you just said that. I feel like I totally feel into the hard working. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if he worked with his hands. For some reason, he was showing me a train. And now I don't know if there was travel on the train or something significant. I could hear the train in the background. So I don't know if that was a memory that you would understand, but there was something about the train is what he was making me here. And it was interesting, Stouffer, as you said about like the family. He was talking about staying connected, and sometimes we have to be the ones to actually make the effort or feel like we're doing the work in staying connected. And I don't know if this is specifically just in your family dynamic, but he was acknowledging that. So giving you a bit of support in that, staying connected, that we have the option, and sometimes it's not for our, it doesn't serve us. So sometimes we, can step away from that. But there was there's mention of that right now for you. So I'm curious if you would understand that. Yeah, interesting.
And he's also given me a sense, would you understand motorcycles with him? I feel like I'm getting like almost like a memorialized ride, like he's showing me. So I don't know if somebody did that. I feel like there's a trek happening to memorialize him. So that's kind of interesting. So he's got appreciation for that. I feel like there's a connection with, it's not bicycles. I feel like it's motorcycles, because it feels like a little more power to it.
And did you just dream of him? Because again, the dream, I feel like it's really recent. Interesting. Come on,
yeah, he's definitely coming through. That's the message for me, is with really a lot of pride that family is still like he's giving me like stick together, like bonded, and it was always important, even as raising his children. She doesn't know about the motorcycles. I feel like there was a ride that happened, or some kind of trek. So yeah, so that's the message for me, and really just keeping like traditions and all that going. And I feel like you do a lot of this stuff with your children as well. So just that's important. And holiday, yeah, he keeps bringing me to the holidays as well. Would you understand holidays still happening in like the same house? I feel like we're still in like the same house that it used to happen, like when you were younger or years. It just seems like it's in the same place over and over and over and over. If you can understand that.
Good. All right, we'll leave you with that. Thank you so much. And
bye, Lisa. We celebrated my brother's house. Okay.
I'm sorry. Where are you? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. Oh, me?
Yeah.
I was reading. I'm distracted.
Okay. Distracted by the comments. All right, Scott, are you still here? Are you still here? Oh, that was very important to him because of family. Oh, interesting. Okay. Good night, Lisa. Sleep well. Scott is still here. Perfect.
Yeah.
Can I have a message from my mom who passed in January? Oh, so sorry to hear.
Yeah. Scott, tell me this. This is interesting. Did you try to connect with her through a medium, or you've been trying to connect with her directly and haven't, and there was like no luck or like lack of connection? Can you confirm that? Because I'm getting like there was like a missed opportunity since she's been in spirit. Because I feel like a message is coming around that.
Hi, Aiden. Oh, the card flipped. I'm okay. Oh, look what the card that flipped out.
Hello from heaven.
Hello from heaven. I love that. Let your worries go. Let your worries go.
Yeah, but just Scott, to follow up on that, I didn't see if you confirmed that or not, but I do feel like there was some timing issues going on with connecting with her before, almost like you weren't ready, or there was still some rawness to it that perhaps spirit wasn't ready to come forward. Lots of connection, nothing direct. Been asking. Okay, got it. I do feel like there's some timing involved with it that maybe we can't understand. But as some of this healing is happening, you're going to start feeling this a little bit stronger. I feel like it's almost like spirit kind of respecting your grieving is kind of the energy I'm getting here. So that's a message I've got coming forward right now, like straight out the gate. So I'm getting there was kind of a suddenness.
She made my ears ring. And so I feel like she's using your ears, so clairaudience. So I feel like she's reaching out through that. She's also showing me the signs, like all these different signs and symbols as a way of communication as well, because it feels like it just feels like a bit of a learning curve where it's like she's learning to communicate in a different way. And it as she's saying that, it's almost like in her reflection, she realized her communication was something, and this is just her perspective. So you might not have seen her this way, but she makes me feel that from her perspective, her communication, while here, could have been different or better. So in that, she's just coming through in such a very soft, loving, motherly way, and just really gentle. And she's, as far as message, I asked, and she said, just be really clear with your intentions right now, because you're so powerful and so great at creating things for yourself. Just be really clear with what your intention is, because it just feels unlimited to what that could look like for you. So, and then a little butterfly just flew right by you. Whoop. Little butterfly. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, that's a tough one. Sorry for your loss.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Samantha, are you still here? Samantha DeVito, are you still here? And then we have 1, 2, 3 more questions, I believe, that we can probably get to. I'll probably go for another 10 or 15.
Yeah, let's do like a rapid fire.
Sure.
Let's get them all in.
Totally. Oh boy, butterflies appeared to me, and a butterfly appeared to me and my mom right before she passed. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Scott, I mean, it goes around like, it's like a relearning. So as they transition, their reflection period can be filled with so many things. And this is just the understanding that I've come to from the communication of doing, hundreds and hundreds of readings where they share with me consistently the same thing. So it's learning to me as well. And in that, just the patience around how their communication happens can look very different. So there is communication, and there will continue to be that. So just know that. And I know you do. So, Samantha's here. Wonderful. You're so welcome, Scott.
Thank you, Scott. Yeah, you're welcome.
He's got a great channel too. I think he's already put it in the chat, but he's got a wonderful channel as well. All right. Mm-hmm.
Samantha, let me ask you this, because I'm getting like risk and reward. So usually when I kind of feel this, it has to do with like making it like going forward, like specifically with either like a relationship or like next level, taking like a relationship to the next level, like a marriage. I don't know if you're about to get married or if you're engaged or if there's a business that you're starting. But I feel like there's some messages coming forth about being willing to take this risk and being comfortable with it, because it does feel like positive, and it feels like something that you're really like lined up with. um I must get like the relationship more than the business, but I could be wrong, of course.
Well, that's so funny. Okay, so this I feel goes more into the business, but it's like I heard have a backup plan. And so I feel like as soon as you said business, I felt like there was like an adjustment that could
Let's
be
switch
like
careers.
switching careers. Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Back
because I
to
feel like there's
school.
a level of like stepping off the ledge, like
Mhm.
stepping out into like a brave new world is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's going to be a lot of like risk reward. So just know that
Mhm.
that kind of uneasy feeling is all about growth. Yeah.
Yeah. Exceeding
Um,
expectations. Beautiful.
so you're going to have to take some leaps of faith with this, but I do get I sense and honestly, I'm going to tell you, I don't sense a lot of like financial change around it, good or bad, but I do sense a lot of like personal growth and like fulfillment with the new direction. So I don't know if it's going to be like gangbusters, like load up your bank account, but I do think it's going to load up your soul.
Mm.
Ooh, that was good. That was like poetry.
Beautiful. Rapid.
Yeah.
Rapid fire.
Good.
I love it. All the
Um,
best to you, Samantha. And thank you for being here. It's so nice
yes.
to meet you. Kevin, are you still here? Kevin Loving Vibration. Are you still here, my friend?
There he is. He's pretty fast.
He's here. Woo, I jumped.
Yay.
startled myself. I heard the name David.
Guy from
David
Dave
Darren.
came to me this morning. Who I hadn't talked to. I really thought about. I think there's like a level of guidance here. Hold on.
Mm.
You know what I'm getting, Kevin, is like there's a situation you're going through that I feel like there's like some kind of energetic connection this Dave has. I almost feel like a bit of like a guide. Let me talk what happened.
You said Kevin. I thought you were talking to me.
Kevin.
Am I
Oh
getting a
no,
reading?
this is
No, I
Kevin.
know. It went over my head, Stopher.
Should I say
Come on.
his whole screen
No,
name?
no, please don't. I'm with you now.
Kevin's Loving Vibrations. So this is
That's awesome.
okay. I'm gonna try to focus again. I'm getting like an energetic connection with this Dave and something you're going through. It almost feels like he's coming through like as a guide. So I'm feeling like I just need to tell you to like kind of follow that energy and kind of just like feel into it, because I feel like he was coming with a message, but specifically about something you're going through.
It's making my head hurt where it's like, I feel like what's that saying where it's like trying to fit a like something peg into a whatever. You know, one of those. What's that saying? It's like it's not going to fit. It's not going to work, and you know that.
Square
Yeah, square
peg in a
peg in
round
a
hole.
yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
It's one of those, and it just feels it's like don't force it. Just sometimes we have to let it go to let it in. You know what I mean? So it's like just being in that ability to shift through. You know, sometimes we want something to happen, but it's like the resistance and the pushback and the perhaps it's timing. I don't know. That's the feeling I get. It's like my head started to hurt because I was like, oh, I feel like I'm hitting my head against the wall. So I don't know if that resonates at all. I'll pull a card to see, but yeah, I feel like it was
Thank you, Billy.
a personal nudge.
Yeah, I think he's there with some guidance. I think there's some energy coming in that's going to be helpful. And I'm getting like a sense with family. I don't know if Kevin number 2, if you have Sorry. If you have children or if there's like a younger, this could be a niece or something, let me know. But I feel like there might be a situation with a younger family member. If you have, so I feel like there might be some turmoil going on with that. And like Kevin number one was saying, kind of banging your head against the wall. So I just think there's some guidance coming through with that. That's what I'm getting.
Interesting. Sometimes it's like a mini series. We get little snippets, and then it's like, okay, an experience needs to occur, and then we get another little snippet to have like a full understanding. But yeah.
Okay, he says, yes, spot on with my nieces. Yeah. I almost feel like there's some, not just Dave. I feel like you've got some other like kind of angels around your family that are kind of guiding the situation. So it will work itself out. I feel like a level of frustration and kind of like worry for these younger females. So specifically one, there might be some like troublesome like phases happening. But I feel like it's going to shake itself out. I feel like there's just a lot of, spiritual presence around the situation. So I'll just leave it at that. Have to take them out. Okay, got it. Yeah.
All right. Catherine LaFleur, are you still here?
Catherine. And if not, I can always text her the answer.
What does it say? Hi, Stopher. Question about career. I just applied for a writing position, and I'm wondering if your feelings around my chances of getting it. She is here.
Yeah, we've talked about career in the past, and let's see. That's weird. Catherine, go ahead. I was just going to ask Catherine, does this have something to do with, I feel like there's an activity. I don't know if you're like writing about some kind of activity. It feels like a very active, I wanted to say sports. I don't think you're a sports writer, but it feels like something like that. I'm feeling like that kind of energy, like something's like we're writing about something that's very active.
Did you do this virtually? Was this a virtual
the application?
Like Zoom or yeah.
This would be scripts for YouTube classroom activities. Okay, yeah, I'm getting like the activities. I feel like there's a lot of competition for the. I feel like there's other people being considered.
It's a remote job. I can see you doing this type of work without a doubt. But I don't know if it's this one.
yeah. I'm having a little. I'm being a little reluctant. I don't think it's that you're not getting it. I think there's going to be some kind of roadblock, or it may not be like something to do with like a fit. I think you got an opportunity to have it. I just don't know if it's going to line up. It doesn't feel lined up for me. So that's the feeling I'm getting, and that's the best like way I can kind of translate that. It doesn't feel totally lined up, but I feel like if you wanted it, I think you could have it, but I don't know that it's gonna line up.
Yeah, the energy of it doesn't feel like it's your dream of all dreams, and I feel like that's your potential. So it's like energy wise, it could come to fruition, and you could get the job, but the excitement in that doesn't feel like a 10 out of 10 for me. So it feels like, almost sometimes, once again, letting it go to let something in. If it's not quite the right fit, which you would know in kind of a short period of time, then it's just, tack it up to a learning experience, and that it was to make way for something else to come in. But yeah.
Yeah, I say keep your feelers out there. Don't give up on this one. I feel like you need to go through with the whole process and claim it if it's yours.
Mhm.
But I have a feeling you'll know pretty quickly. But yeah, keep your feelers out there because I do feel something a little bit more lined up for you coming.
All right. So I'll do this as the last question, and I'm sorry to the ones we didn't get to,
Oh,
but
we're wrapping up already, Kevin?
I'm coming
Already?
in.
You got to eat or something?
We'll come back. Don't you worry. We will come back. Don't you
You
worry.
are welcome, Kevin.
Nevra, are you still here? Because you were up
Nivra.
next.
Love me some
Nevra.
Nivra. Wait, no, that's your person, right? I heard you talking about Nivra on your other
I don't know.
live that you did. I remember the
It could
name,
be. It could be.
but I feel like I know a Nivra as well.
I'm curious if she or he or they are still here.
And didn't you guys determine it was Nivra?
Probably. Oh, yes. Yes.
I listen to you guys while I'm walking the dog.
Oh my gosh.
The
Sometimes
dog.
it just like it goes in and out. You're right. It's a long I. You're totally right. And if they are not here, I will go to the next one, which was just to see. Is JJ still here?
Jennifer. This has been really fun, Kevin.
Oh, I'm glad you had a good time.
I don't want it to ever end. We just stay on all night. We can have like
We will
a
do it
sleepover.
again. Totally.
Connie says I'm here. Connie.
Connie, I think you're actually next. So
We didn't ask for you, Connie. No, I'm kidding.
Connie, I
Connie's
think
been here
Connie's
the
is
whole
actually
time.
next.
Thank
That's
you,
truth.
Connie.
Connie's is actually next. So I think okay. So
I
Connie.
want to say Jennifer is like on the East Coast. She might have gone to sleep. Oh, she's here.
Yeah, it's late. Oh, Jennifer's here?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Connie.
We can do both real quick,
Okay,
right?
let's do that. Okay, so we'll go back to JJ, which was this one. JJ swoops in.
I love the play-by-play.
Totally. Okay, and then we will end with Connie.
I do believe her name's Jennifer. I'm not going to call her JJ.
JJ.
Jennifer, would you understand a connection with the name Ron or Dawn? I got to stop with the Dawn. Ron or Dawn with your dad? Because I get that straight out the gate.
I'm hearing the brothers. I'm hearing the name Jerry. The brothers and Jerry.
I'm also getting like a very like hardworking kind of like salt of the earth kind of like energy from your dad, if you can understand that. Not with dad. What was that with the Dawn? Okay, so she does not understand those names because I'm being asked to highlight Ron or Dawn. But with that, I'm getting this kind of like blue collar salt of the earth, if you can understand that. No, Jerry.
No, Jerry.
Yeah, more like a very like simple or like, you know, my dad was the same way, just like very simple. Just need my basset hounds and my, you know, fishing pole kind of like that was my dad literally. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. If you can understand that, or if you can understand who this would be if it's not dad. And also talking about the boys. So do you have sons? Like, I feel like there's several. Because I'm being asked to highlight the boys.
My heart, and I'm aware of my heart. I don't know if I'm with Dad or not, but
Where's that word? The erudite? Quiet man, personally. Public celebrity. Yeah, you just get like this kind of like simple, kind of easy vibe with him.
You know, what I first saw when I read your name was I saw like the man in the moon, and like this boy sitting on, you know, it's like the pie, or not the pie shape, but like a slice of the moon, and this boy was sitting on the moon, and just kind of like observing. I don't know, random, I know, but and did he have brothers? Was he the one with brothers? No sons. I have no sons or daughters. He was black and white thinking, what's that? Is there a song about the man in the moon or something?
I think there is a song about Man in the Moon. I don't know it though. So I do have a message coming from, I don't know if this is Dad, but I feel like it is somebody on your team. It's all about kind of about chasing dreams. So I don't know if there's been some dreams that you've either let go of, or there's been some like kind of, it feels like there's been a change in direction. But really about continuing to like dream big. And also, because I feel like there's sometimes, you know, I feel like your guides are telling me like there's sometimes a tendency to go towards the next shiny object. So it's really just like focus in on what's really lined up with your soul. And don't forget to like dream big, because I feel like somebody on the other side, and it is a male. I don't know if it's Dad though, and I feel like they would have had these conversations with you when they were here, about following your dreams. I feel like they would have been a big dreamer. So yeah, continue down that path, because I feel like it's almost in your DNA. So that's the message. That's kind of the feeling I'm getting, and the message that's coming forth for me from Spirit, of course.
Yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. Thank you.
My boys. Okay. Yeah, somebody's in here talking about the boys. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
When he says those are my boys.
All right. Thank you so much, JJ. I think it was Jennifer. I think that's what you said. And last but not least, can I ask a question? You may, Lovey. Will I be able to get approval for using lyrics in my manuscript from the music companies leaving on a jet plane, California? That's so funny. Like I was just into that. I feel like because I got a little bit, I put your name up and then I put that one. And sometimes it was just like, okay, interesting. So I don't know if anything of what we just said or what I just said resonates with you, Connie, but I get approval for using lyrics in my manuscript. I hear yes. I hear yes.
So I'm getting like a yes, but
Yeah.
I'm getting levels. So I don't know, Connie, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I'm getting like maybe there is like preliminary approval. I almost feel like there's like levels of approval. So I think there might be somebody that wants to take a look at it. But I do feel like there's forward moving energy with it. So it's like a yes, but there might be some, you know, it just doesn't feel like it like flows like without being kind of paused for a minute to kind of look at it. So there, just a couple of lines of each, of the lyrics. So there might be somebody down the line that wants to, kind of revisit it, but it's a yes, but that's kind of what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I feel the adjustment or the modification. I don't know. There's something kind of like, okay.
There's like a little bump, right? In the energy. The
mhm.
energy's kind of like going, and then there's like a little bit of a pause
Mhm.
or a bump.
Yeah, it feels like a bit of a settlement versus all or nothing. At it, I feel like there is a what I get is that you'll be in a position to make a decision, and so it might be a little different than what you had hoped for, but there will still be consideration or decision that you're able to be a part of what that looks like. I don't know if that made sense, but it did to me.
This manuscript, it feels like a very like it's centered around like positivity or like inspiration. If you can understand that, Connie, I don't know. It feels very like positive, whatever the content of it is. Like maybe an inspirational story or something.
Interesting.
I feel like it's something I would dig. Connie B. Sounds great. She says that sounds great.
A couple of things I want to mention is one, a mutual friend of ours. I was going to mention this earlier, and I forgot how.
We have a mutual friend.
Surprising. We do. I'm calling him a friend.
We have a couple, I think.
Facebook friend. I forget his name. I know Jeffrey, but I don't remember. Oh, Peck. He started a new podcast, and it's all things spirituality. Yeah, it's called. Actually, I'll post it. Never mind
like
this.
Something super spiritual. It's really good. Check it out, everyone. Yeah, it's amazing.
Please stand by. I should screenshot this. I mean, not like I have to give someone proof of.
And pleasure to meet you as well, Kevin number 2.
Aw. So yes, so check out if you're looking for a new podcast to listen to.
Bye, Kimley.
Check out his podcast. And Stopher, thank you so much for being here. It was great. We will have to do it again if it worked for you. Then, I mean, you pretty much said you didn't want it to end. So
I know. Will I be invited back?
Totally.
I didn't get kicked off.
You did not. No,
it's happened.
You did not. And thank each and every one of you.
Well, thank you, CC,
for coming, all of you, and for those that we didn't get to your questions.
Oh yeah,
please come back and try again. And anything else you'd like to say?
I think I said a lot. I did all the talking. I did a lot of talking tonight.
Well, I mean, it beats just sitting there staring at you. That kind of would have been.
I know. I wanted it to never end, and now I'm just like, I'm done talking. I'm good. I think we did hit the point. Your timing is perfect.
22. See, 22.
22. Where's the 20? Where's 22? What are you talking
on the
about?
People watching?
Oh, I do see the
say that. I mean, it's a perfect ending. Yeah. Thank you all, and we will see you all again.
Yeah, this was fun. Thank you.
Bye, y'all.
Lots
of love.
Good night. Bye, guys.